In the wintertime, it loses, because it's so cold out, it loses
Okay.
temperature. So
Okay.
we'll go in at 104, and then half hour, 45 minutes later, it'll be down to 100,
Okay.
and then we'll let the kids go in for a little while.
Now, do you shut this off when it reaches that, or you just let it?
It will shut off.
Knows.
It will shut off itself.
Okay.
But you don't want to leave, like, it's okay to leave it on while, if you're having a picnic and people are using the hot tub and not using it but just come out when everything's done.
Yeah.
And hit the off button.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to keep heating up.
Right.
It's going to
throughout the night or whatever.
and it's going to run the.
Okay.
You'll be spending so much money on
Okay.
gas. Then
All right.
you'll get that first gas bill when it was left on. You're like,
Right.
it's not cheap to run a heater.
Okay.
To heat a spa, it's not expensive, because
Okay.
it's only going to run for about half hour to
Right.
heat up. To heat a pool, like say you didn't
Yeah,
have
like right now, it's at 72-ish, and I'm at
Right.
82.
Right.
It's a good 4 or 5 hours, if not more.
So say you were heating up the spa and you forgot to turn off the heater, but you remembered to turn off to change your valves back.
Right.
Well, now, even though it's on spa, it doesn't matter. Now you changed your valves back to normal operation. You're heating your pool.
Right.
So guess what?
Oh, I
that
see what you're
heater's
saying.
going to run
Right.
until it hits 100 degrees.
Right. Right.
And that's going to be a long time. And then the first time, like, I've had this happen.
Right.
I've had it happen, like, where we go out to a pool, and the pool is like 102 degrees.
Okay.
And I got knock on the door, be like, do you know your pool's 102 degrees?
Oh God.
Oh my God, my kids,
Right.
It's always blamed on the kids do it. But yeah, you just want to be careful of that when you're using it here. Just remember to come over and shut it off.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do, you want to get a picture of where the valves are at now. This is normal operation. So normal operation, your spa drain is closed, your pool drain is open, your skimmer is open, your spa return's open, and your pool return's open. When we want to switch to spa mode, the first thing we're going to do is open the spa drain. Always open before you close.
Okay.
Because if we were to close off this one and this one, now for that second or however long it is, this pump's running and it doesn't have any water going to it. So we don't want to do that. So always open before you close. So to put it in spa mode, we're going to open the spa drain. We're going to close the pool drain. And we are also going to close the pool skimmer. Then we're going to come over to the return side, and we are going to close the pool return. Now, we are only sucking from the bottom of the spa, and we are only returning to the spa. Actually, you need another valve. Because what's going to happen right now, because it's still returning through your cleaner. Hey, is there an equalizer line in that spa? So he never used the spa. The guy never used the spa before.
At all?
They would just turn on the air blower for the kids when
Okay.
the kids were over. So really, here, what you need is you need to have a little valve installed right here. Because when you're running your spa, you need to close this off too. Because otherwise, your spa is going to slowly leak out water. You said there is an equalizer line? Okay. So there is an equalizer line there. So your spa won't drain out completely, but cool water will come in from the pool through that equalizer line. So you'll have to try it.
Okay.
Try it and see how warm it stays. See how much cool water is coming in. But so now we're set up in spa mode. If we had a valve here, we would close that off too. And you'll want to make sure that your cleaner's not on while you're running your spa, because we don't want to pull water through there. So now we would turn on the heater.
That's what you're saying, because the water's going to... If I had a valve, then
it would be closed.
Then water from the pool won't
go out to the pool at all.
I see.
And that's the way we want it, really, when you're in a hot tub.
Okay.
So now we would hit spa on. We would have our set at 100, which that's where you had it. So that will light, and then we're going to turn on the blower.
Yeah, you were saying last week it doesn't sound that well, right?
Yeah, it's getting noisy. Now they make the blowers we normally put in are called silencers, and they're called silencers because they're very quiet.
Yeah, they're pretty loud.
Yeah, I mean that's a loud one.
It's actually not too bad.
You can smell that?
Yeah.
That's because that blower hasn't been run.
It smells like crap.
Yeah,
That's my wife left a note last week. I don't know if you guys saw it. She
No.
said it stinks out here. She wants maybe you didn't see it.
Did somebody use the blower?
No, but it was like her mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was over here last week. She was swimming on this side of the pool. She's like, "Why does it stink over here?" It could have been.
If the blower's not being, and you can see all the debris that came out of there, when the blower's not being used, that water sits in that line. So it just sits there. It gets stagnant.
The blower is the thing that's on that now.
That's the thing that's on now. So we'll leave it on for a little bit, but maybe just make it as a habit. Turn on the blower once a week.
Just blow out the shit, clean it out.
Just blow out the water. There won't be shit in there.
Oh, okay.
The
water, right.
It hasn't been used.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
But if you're using it every week, general rule for your blower is when you are using it, if you're using it while you're in a hot tub, 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off. It'll keep your blower from overheating, and because the blower is not new and it's old, overheating could be an issue.
Okay.
All right, so 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off. We'll leave it run for a couple minutes now just to make sure all that water's out of there, so we'll get, cleaner water coming in.
So if we had that extra valve, everything was just sitting here. Right now, You're saying water is coming.
Well, what's going to happen because we have the spa on and there's no valve on the cleaner.
Right.
There's a small amount of water still coming out of your cleaner line. So what's happening is your spa level goes down and there's an equalizer line in the bottom of your spa. So because your spa level's going down, it's going to want to equalize. It's going to pull cold water in to the bottom of the spa through that equalizer line.
Okay.
Where if we had that shut off and the levels were equal, it won't pull.
So you don't think it'll be offset by the 100 degrees? You think
it's still gonna get hot.
Yeah, right.
But you might feel like when you're in there, if your feet
or something,
you might feel like a cold little current.
All right, maybe it'll feel good. Right. All right.
Alright, so then if you're coming back and we're turning off the spa, we're going to turn off the heat. We're going to turn off the blower. We're going to open before we close. So we're going to open pool drains, open your pool skimmer, and then close your spa drain. Then we're going to come over to here, and we're going to open both lines.
Right.
You're just going to leave the spa return open.
Got it.
You guys have, is there DE out there? By his garage? Do you have chemicals in the garage still?
I just left whatever.
Stuff out. We got to see if you have DE. We're going to show you how to backwash. If he doesn't have it, then we're going to need a 6-pound bag. You don't have enough there to backwash, so he's gonna bring a 6-pound bag out. That's what we use.
Okay.
And we're gonna go over that process right now. While he's getting that, we can go ahead and do the backwash. Backwashing, if you notice when we come out, we're gonna be backwashing if your pressure goes up or once a month, whatever comes first. And your pressure gauge, I don't know where your starting pressure is. I won't know that until we backwash where it should be. But normally when your pressure goes 6 to 8 pounds above your starting pressure, or once a month, whatever comes first. So if we're coming here on an every other week basis, basically every other time we're here, we're going to backwash, as long as the water is high enough. If the water level is too low, you might see a note, water level was too low to backwash. In which case, make sure the next time we come, the water level's up high enough that we can do that.
And water level always being
middle
above.
Of the tile. Middle of the tile is where you want to be.
Enough. Okay.
Middle of the tile is enough. If it's down, halfway in between the middle of the tile and the bottom of the tile, it might not be enough.
Okay.
Every pool's different for where the skimmer is located.
Okay. By the way, can I toss that stuff? Do you know?
Oh, they're empty. This is full. This is when we use the load. But yeah, those two are empty.
All right.
That's just.
Do you need it?
Trash. No, I don't.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to the backwashing procedure for your pool. We want to make sure that the cleaner is off.
Okay.
Because we're going to be shutting the system off, and we don't want the cleaner on while the system's off. So we make sure that that's off. We go over to the filter motor. We make sure that that gets turned off. We go to your backwash line, which is right here. Should mark that. This is your backwash valve. You have two backwash valves. We have a multi-port and we have this. We need to open this because we're going to backwash out of this pipe. If this isn't open, this is going to burst.
Okay.
All right, so we open this. And we want to close off the chlorinator. Normally that's going to be open in the open position. We're going to simply turn it clockwise all the way to the off position.
Okay.
Now we're ready to backwash. We need to use the multi-port valve. You can see right now it's on filter. We're going to push down on the multi-port valve and we're going to turn it to backwash and lock it in.
Okay.
Then we're going to turn on the full filter again. Now your watch, right in here's your sight glass. This is the water that's going out and going back over there. You can see at first it's clear and then it's going to get dirty. So that's the DE, and all the crap that's on the DE now is going out that line. And it's cleaning the filters off. So we're going to run that until it's clear. Usually takes about 45 seconds to a minute. And then we're going to do it multiple times.
And this process to clean,
it's cleaning the filters. It's cleaning the inside of
this.
this.
So you do this once a month or
whenever your pressure goes 6 to 8 pounds above your starting pressure. Or like if you had an algae problem, you might notice that if we have to treat algae, we're going to backwash because that's part of the treatment.
Okay.
It's backwashing so that when we kill the algae and the algae goes on the filters, it doesn't get clogged up too fast.
Okay.
You can see it's starting to clear out.
But if I had you guys once every few weeks or once every 3 weeks,
we'll be doing that.
I
You
probably
won't
won't
have
need
to
to
do
be doing this. Okay.
All right, so it's pretty much cleared out. We turn it off. We never move that valve while the system is running, this one here.
Okay.
Now we're going to put it on the rinse next. We're going to run that for 5 seconds. That'll come out clear. It's still going out. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. And we're going to go back to backwash. Now this time it's going to be dirty right away, but it's also going to clear much faster than it did the first time. See, it's dirty. Now this time, instead of taking 45 seconds to a minute, probably about 20 to 30 seconds. What we're doing by going to rinse and backwash, we're reversing the flow inside of the filter tank. So we're kind of shaking the filters off. That's the best way to explain it.
Okay.
We're trying to get them as clean as we can. You'll see, like if you ever look here when we close the pool and we take the filters out to clean them,
yeah.
Even though we do all that for backwashing,
filthy.
it's filled. Like it really gets filled up. It's pretty clear there. We're going to shut it off. We're going to go back to rinse one more time. Turn it back on. 5 seconds. 1 1,000. See where it says
And where do you
rinse?
see?
Right there.
Okay.
5 seconds. Shut it off. We're going to go back to the backwash position. Lock it in. Again, it's dirty right away. This time it should clear probably in around 15 seconds.
Okay.
It falls well. 15 to 20, but that's getting pretty good. Okay, so after that last time, that third time, we're going to put it back into filter. We're going to close the backwash valve here. And we're going to leave the chlorinator closed. We're going to turn the system back on. We're going to open your air relief valve. What this does is allows the air to come out of your tank. As soon as you squirt water, you know you're good. You can close it back off. Now, before we add DE, I'm going to go ahead. We have to clean your basket anyway, but I want to go over that too because we really want a clean basket when we're adding DE. So can you shut off the filter motor for me? Okay, so to clean this basket, it needs to be cleaned periodically too, especially if you have a storm. You know, that's something that you might have to do if we're only here once every other week or once every 3 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever. So you simply loosen the knobs on top. We drop the knobs down to the sides. We pull the lid up. And you can see this has actually got a split in it. It needs to be replaced.
Oh, right
That's
there in the
probably
corner.
from that's probably from the storm. This is all stuff that gets past your. This is stuff that gets past your
the